I'm standing in darkness, my heart racing, as I hear my own voice whisper hello back to me. But I know I'm alone. 3 days ago, I had no idea my life was about to change forever. 3 days ago, I was just a normal guy, living in my family's old house. I had always known that our basement was a bit weird, with its cold concrete floors and musty smell. But I never suspected that it held a dark secret. As I look back, I realized that the signs were there all along. The creaks and groans of the old house, the way the lights would flicker in the basement. It was all leading up to this moment. It started with a noise, a faint scratching sound, coming from behind the wall in my basement. At first, I thought it was just a mouse or a raccoon, but as the days went by, the sound grew louder and more persistent. I tried to ignore it, but it was always there, lurking in the back of my mind. I began to feel a sense of unease, a feeling that something was watching me from the shadows. The air in the basement seemed to grow colder, the smell of damp earth and decay filling my nostrils. I decided to investigate further. I grabbed a hammer and chisel and started to dig into the wall. The scratching sound grew louder, more frantic, as if something was trying to get my attention. I felt a shiver run down my spine as I made a hole in the wall, and a musty smell wafted out. I peered into the darkness, but saw nothing. Just a void, a black hole that seemed to swallow all the light around it. I hesitated for a moment, wondering if I should proceed, but my curiosity got the better of me. As I made my way deeper into the hole, the air grew thick with the smell of rot and decay. I could hear the sound of scurrying rodents, the creaks and groans of old wooden beams. I fumbled in my pocket for a flashlight and turned it on, casting a weak beam of light into the darkness. The room was small, with stone walls and a low ceiling. It was some kind of hidden chamber, sealed away from the rest of the house. I felt a sense of excitement, mixed with fear, as I realized that I had stumbled upon something that was meant to remain hidden. As I explored the room, I started to notice strange symbols etched into the walls. They seemed to pulse with a malevolent energy, as if they were alive. I felt a creeping sense of dread, as if I had disturbed something that was meant to remain dormant. The symbols seemed to be some kind of warning, a message from a previous occupant of the house. I wondered what kind of person would create such a room, and what kind of secrets they might have been trying to keep. And then, I found it, a small, leather-bound book, hidden away in a corner of the room. As I opened it, I was met with a musty smell and pages filled with handwritten notes. The writing was cryptic, but it seemed to be some kind of diary, written by someone who had been trapped in this very room. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized that I was not alone in the house. There were others who had been here before me, and who might still be lurking in the shadows. As I stand here, in the darkness, I realize that I have uncovered a dark secret, a secret that was meant to remain hidden, but has now been unleashed. I am left with more questions than answers. What was the purpose of this room? Who wrote the diary, and what happened to them? And what will happen to me, now that I have disturbed the balance? Will I be able to uncover the truth, or will I succumb to the darkness that lurks within these walls? Subscribe to find out, as I post a new story every week. And if you're feeling brave, leave a comment below, and let's discuss the horrors that we've uncovered.